Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast, and today we're going to be talking about the first impression of Princess Swap, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. And I know it took me a bit long to get to this, but Princess Swap. Now, this is a gender locked book, a royalty book, if you take a look at this, and also, you know, princess romance, it says, but also there is a sorority house like Queen Bee, Delta, Theta, Delta sorority. So, when I first came to know about this book, I thought this wouldn't be as exciting. But after reading the first two chapters, you probably can understand what the plot is about, what can happen, sort of an idea will form in your mind. But being said that, I'm going to say that this is one of the best rom-com books I've read in Choices in recent times after my two first loves. So, first chapter, Worlds Collide. We meet. So, they have a very interesting gameplay. So, we have two twin sisters. One is called Daisy and the other one is called Rose. Now, that's the default name. You can change the name, of course, but as they're twins, so sort of differentiate between them. So you play from both of their perspective, both of their point of view, but Daisy, when you play from their perspective, behind you see the Daisy flowers, and for Rose flowers. So that's a pretty good distinction. Way they've come up with, I would say. So we see that first we meet Daisy, who is a college student. We're studying, in the in a reputed institution there, and we're studying. We're seeing that we don't go to parties much. We don't like to go out. We just are busy with our homeworks, assignments, and stuff. And our friend comes in, but to tell us about a party that's happening, and we say that we are not gonna go. But then we go out to take a walk at the conservatory, and there we meet the look-alike, our double, you can say. And this is, we come to know that it's Rose, the Monterey Kingdom's princess. So then we will learn that our main character came to Monterey, and our main character's mom also came here. And when she had our main character, she met our father, who was a Monterian, and then they never saw each other again. And now the lookalike we saw, Rose, she's a sitting princess, and her father is a king, and they look like us. So they haven't, like, I don't know what you guys think, but personally, I think that's too big a coincidence. So first of all, let's just get this over with. When I said at first that you probably know what the plot is going to be about, so two people looking like each other, Monterian connection with the birth. The king is also the father to Daisy. I think so. And let me know what you guys think. So we are basically sisters, but we got split up or whatever happened at our birth, and now this is happening. So this is a very what I call Shakespearean type of drama. Why I say that will get even clear when I more that will get clear when I get to the end of chapter 2. So I'm going to review first two chapters here, and chapter 3, chapter 4 review in separate videos. So then we at the same time come up with this idea that what if we swap places? And Evelyn was sort of the hand of Princess Rose, so she thinks that this is a crazy idea, but finally we all agree and we swap places. We teach some tips about being Daisy, and Rose teaches Daisy some tips about being Rose, and then we go to our respective places. So first we see from Daisy's perspective, who is now Rose. So we go to the palace and we see the craziness of the palace, and everybody's asking us for directions. So it was very funny and hilarious. Like, there was an option like we can just nod like a princess. So when they will be asking us questions, if we just nod like a princess, I think that would be a very hilarious option to choose. So, and then we will just get fed up with this and we'll need some air. And when we go out, in the balcony of the palace, I guess, we'll meet the first love interest. Not the first, but Daisy's love interest, who is now Rose, by the way. It's kind of confusing, I know. So, and that would be Clark. So I chose the um, male Clark with a little brownish color, So, and we will just talk with each other that, Clark will say, "Are you running from the circus?" And we'll say, "Yeah." So we basically don't know who Clark is, and we'll think like they're just, some noble person or someone. And then, if if I forgot to mention this before, there was someone coming from a rival country of Monterey and Ismari. So, and we needed to basically host Ismari, and there were a lot of things going on, so we're basically stressed out. And then we didn't know who Clark was, but then a person comes in calling after Clark, and Clark runs away, and then we come to know it's Ismari Prince or Princess Clark, so they basically hid their identity from us. And then, we go to the court, we see our father, and our father is basically not able to distinct, or say that we're not his daughter. But, excuse me. But then we also meet a person who seems really not the good kind of guy in the court and is insinuating things. So, and could be the reason why Ismari and Monter are at odds still after centuries. But then we see Clark saying that it's basically a season where Clark's gonna court our main character, and at the end of the, Rose or Daisy, yeah, I'm still forgetting, mixing it up. Yeah, Daisy, the princess, and then or Clark's going to propose for marriage, propose Rose for the marriage. So we first of all get stunned that we barely know Clark. He hid his identity, and now how he's asking for a marriage proposal at this. So we get a little bit infuriated at that first, and that's probably where it ends. And now we go to what's happening in Rose's life in the Juilliard University. So our roommates are not able to, tell us apart. Like they also don't have a clue yet. And then we see our all the other roommates, Ashtra and others, and there's a snake called Poppy. So we go to this big sorority party from Theta. People are gonna come. So we have different houses. So our house is Delta House. So we don't have an invite. We don't have an invite. So we go to the place. We have to talk with the bartender or the bouncer. We have to play it cool, and then you go inside, and we were, I think, our main character and all the other friends from the Theta house, we were enjoying our Delta house, enjoying our party, and suddenly go for drink. And the bartender was attending to Stephanie, I guess, who is the Theta, and kind of like, Poppy and Chloe from Queen Bee. Not the snake Poppy, he's very good. And then we see a guy coming, or a girl, our love interest for Rose coming in and helping us, and that's Devin. Yeah, I think I got the name right, Devin. And then we will thank them, and then we will go to the party, but then Poppy the snake will come out of our friend's hand, and Stephanie will be totally psyched out, and the bouncer will come in, and bouncer will know that we lied to come inside. And then when bouncer will try to kick us out, we will basically see someone coming in and helping us, and that will be Devin. And then we'll thank Devin, and we'll just enjoy the time with Devin. And then when it will be time to go home, we will also go to the rooftop, and we'll spend a wholesome time with Devin in this chapter. And then we'll walk toward our room, and or wherever, like our dorm room, say. And then we will see for one last time Devin, and then Devin will say that he really liked meeting us, and he hopes that, or Devin hopes that we see each other again. So we say yes, that'll be really interesting, or that Rose is looking forward to that. But deep down, Rose knows that it's probably the last time she's seeing Devin, because after that it would be Daisy, who's gonna be with Devin, who's gonna see Devin in our role. So that was a, that's why I said like very Shakespearean type of like comedy of errors, like mix up. So this is a very good rom com and drama, and then we go inside, and I think at one point you also exchange news of what happened. Daisy says about Clark's proposal. Rose gets mad, and then things happen, and then our roommate, Daisy's original roommate, comes to Rose and says, "What's up? I know there's something wrong," and probably she knows it's not Daisy, or not that much, but there's something up. So what happened next? We will learn in the next chapter, and that's the first impression of Princess Swap. All I can say is that this is an amazing book. Princess Swap. People were waiting for Cursed Heart, Immortal Desire, Untamable, and the other books this year. But Princess Swap, I think this had the least expectations to be a really great book. But this is so far, I would say, worth reading. You know, one of the best rom coms I've read in choices. Really well done. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.